guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Whitney, 4Ys for Nay, and I'm back again with another YouTube banger, period. Y'all already know what's going on. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers and it's lit. Okay, do y'all feel my litness? Like, I hope y'all can feel it through the camera, like, cause I'm lit. It's lit. Once we hit 10K, it's lit. It's up. But anyways, I'm back today. As you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be doing my first story time video. I've been wanting to start doing story times, y'all, because I got a lot of interesting stuff that happens. I still want to drop my prom night story time video that I did with my sister. If y'all want to see that video and hear the most embarrassing night of my life, comment down below. If y'all still want me to upload that video, let me know, because I'm a little on edge about it, to be honest. But today I'm actually just going to be telling a story time about what happened this past weekend. I was invited to a party. Some money went missing. Words are getting confused. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to start any drama. None of that. I'm just here to tell my side of the story, because y'all already know it's always 3 sides, 4 sides, whatever to a story. And I'm just here to speak my piece. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it, and y'all not gonna hear me talk about it again. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the story. Let me know, like, who y'all think lying, who y'all think took the money. Just let me know something. Give me some feedback on this, y'all, because I'm really confused. I'm real confused. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so boom, Saturday comes around, and one of these guys I know who has booked me for other video shoots and music videos before, he hit me up and he's telling me he has a party to go to. It's technically a stripper party. I'm not technically a stripper, I'm more of a dancer. Like, so like when I do my club events, I go to dance, you know, blah blah blah. But you know, if it's about some bread, I'm gonna be with it. And because I worked with him before, and you know, he's a real cool guy, his money always right, I'm like, yeah. And it's for his it was for his girlfriend or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, and I know her, like, that's cool, I'll come dance, whatever, that's cool. So I gave him like a upfront fee that he has to pay me just to show up. And he already knows that that's cool. He know that's how I rock. He know I'm about making my coins, sis. So that was no problem. He agreed. That's fine. He told me I could also bring somebody else. So I brought my sister with me. My sister was in town. I brought my sister with me. So my sister was invited to the party as well. So he made it seem like it's going to be this big stripper party. Maybe not big, but at least everybody was going to know it's a stripper party. Mind you, he already had dancers booked. Like, he already had the actual strippers booked for the party. So it was 3 other girls, even though it was really supposed to be 2. It was 3 other girls he already booked. Then it was me, and it's my sister. So we get to the party, you know, vibes. We just chilling. It's all beforehand, waiting for everybody to get there. Little do I know, I found out later that everybody was there. That was the party. No shame. It's cool, little private parties. I like the little private stuff. His studio was real nice. You know, it was still a little vibe. So we was all chilling before we got there. I had brought, you know, some outfits. I brought a Gucci money bag that had ones in it, because, you know, if somebody tells you, if anybody out there strips or dances or knows somebody, if somebody tells you that you're being invited to a stripper party, you're going to bring some ones. You should bring some ones, just in case you got those people in there that only have big bills, because they're not going to want to throw their big bills. So you want to be the person that's like, okay, like, I got ones, who needs them? So I did bring a bag full of about $300 worth in ones to the party. So we had that, boom, had all our stuff over there by the couch. The party gets started. It's cool. We realized the guy who invited us to the party was the only person throwing money. It's cool. My man's got bread, so I won't worry about it. I'm still like, okay, well, even if he gonna be the only one throwing money, that's okay. Like, I don't mind. Mind y'all, it was the guy who invited me to the party. Then it was about 3 other guys there, like his cousins and his friends or whatever. And then there was the birthday girl when she finally came, because it was a surprise party for her. It was both his girls. Both his girls came in together. So it was them 2 girls, and then it was 5 dancers. So it was like 5 people, and then it was 5 dancers. 5 people attending the party and 5 dancers. So we made up half the party with just the dancers. Cool. No problem. I also had my friend Chrissy come. She came to support my girl, because is she watching this? Shout out to my girl Chrissy, because she also came and pulled up to see me and my sister or whatever. Just, you know, a little support stuff. So everything cool or whatever. We dancing, like time going on. We finally get the party started after like 5-10 hours of sitting and doing nothing. Like I say, he's the only one who's throwing money, the guy who invited me. He's the only person throwing money, but that's fine. So we was moving from the one room, like we was in his studio, but it was really like a apartment setup type thing. So he just rented it out and made it his studio. So it's like the part that's like the living room part, and then it's like a part that's in the back, that's, I guess that would be like the bedroom part if it was an apartment. So it was, people started moving back into the studio part, like the bedroom part of it, where they actually record. I said the studio because that's where all the like equipment is. So everybody started moving back there. So we had the money counted before we moved to the back room. My sister actually counted the money. It was a couple 20s, and she put it on the couch. Mind you, we all seen her put on the couch. She told the girls, this is 10-20. She that's what she said. She said, this is 10-20s. I'm putting these on the couch. All the girls like, cool. Like, that's cool. We just picking up the money to get out the way. And mind you, I remember looking back over and checking, looking. I'm like, okay, I see the money. I see the money right there. The money's on the couch. You know, you just want to make sure, even though it was such a small party, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really feeling like I needed to, like, you know, watch the money so hard. Because I'm like, if these are all your personal friends, why would they steal? They know you're the only one throwing money. Nobody should touch the money. So we chilling, we cool, everything awesome. So it gets to the end of the party, it's time, like money stopped flowing. Like me and my sister like, okay, we gotta go, because we was out of town. We started to drive back home, like, and we was driving back home same night. So we like, yeah, it's y'all know it's time to wrap this up. I got my little bread, like it's time to go. So all the girls sit down on the floor. Me, my sister, and the other 4 girls, or the other 3 girls, sit down on the floor to count the money. We counting the money, and we count $400. It's $400 on the floor. So $400 divided by 5 girls was $80. So technically, we all made $80. So we all like, yikes, $80. How is this only $80? Like, this don't make no sense. And so we're like, we just all confused. I feel like everybody was genuinely confused about where the rest of the money was. So I went and I told them, I'm like, yeah, we all made $80. But matter of fact, it was less than that, because one of the piles was $5 short. So it was really $3.95. So I went up to him and I was like, can you give me $5 so I can give it to the other girl, because, you know, it's short. One of the piles are short, and we all supposed to have $80. He like, $80? He started snapping. He automatically like, $80? How y'all got $80? Y'all each got $80. I'm like, no, that's 2, 4, 6. I'm like, no, like, we got $80. He like, that's not true. I threw to 100. So where's the 1,200? I'm like, trying to do the math in my head, like, we got $400 right here. What do you want me to say? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, this is not $1,200. If it was $1,200, we would have each had like $200 a piece or something like that. So we really short on a lot of money. But I wasn't pressed, y'all, because I had initially I told him it was $150 for me to come out there and dance. Like, I gave him that, showed him some love off that price, because I bangs with him. Like, he's booked me for other stuff. His money always good. I knew he was going to be tipping. So I figured I could just say $150 and then just make up the rest of the money at the party. Just trying to play fair. But really, he had pulled me to the side and he gave me $120. He didn't have the $150. He gave me $120. And he was like, and the rest of the money y'all pick up off the floor, like, count it up. And I'm like, okay, like, I ain't even minded. Like, okay, he giving me $120. I said $150. That's not what we discussed. But this is like the first time we had like a incident like that. So we count the money. We like trying to tell him it's only $80. He like, nah, I'm gonna give y'all some more. I'm gonna give y'all some more. Tell your sister come up here. She only made $80. That's crazy. I'm like, yeah, like, it's only $80. We all only made $80 besides the money that you booked me with. So we leave the party. He don't end up giving my sister no extra money. He don't give me no extra money. He don't give none of the girls no extra money as far as I know. So me and my sister like, forget it. It's time to go. Like, we got to drive home. So we leave the party. Mind you, we leaving the party at the same time. Him and his 2 girls leaving the party. So they leaving at the same time. Like, they leaving. It's the party over. No more money being thrown. And if the person who throwing the money is leaving, what's the point of still being there? So me and my sister bounce. We like, but we get in the car. And I'm realizing, like, my sister, like, we trying to do the math. And we like, so it's supposed to be like $800 missing. That's like $800 missing. And I'm not realizing that. But my sister like, no, I picked up the money and I put it on the couch. Like, it was right there. And I looked back at it a few times. I'm like, no, I looked back at it a few times too, just to ensure it's there. But now we doing the math. He like $1,200. We only got $400. So minus the 4, that was supposed to be, that's $800. So we missing $800 technically. So allegedly at this point we thinking, oh my gosh, we missing $800. Like, I'm like, wait, do he realize like somebody stole $800? Like, whoa, like we just left and everybody just left the room and nobody cared that the $800 missing since he's saying he threw $1,200. So I'm in the car and I immediately think, let me call him. I ain't get on the highway yet, nothing. I'm like, let me call him and let him know. Let me make sure that he understands, like, somebody stole his money. And that's really what it was. They stole from him. They stole from me. So I, like, out of love for him, I was just trying to let him know. That means somebody in there, one of your bros took the money is what I'm assuming. Because I didn't really think it was the girls, because the girls was confused too. So why would I think it was the girls? They was all, oh my God, where's my, not like that, but like genuinely confused when we were counting the money and only had $80. Everybody was sitting on the floor and we were like, whoa. And even the one girl that he also booked, she got a booking fee, like he paid her a booking fee to come. She was like, oh, to be honest, I think they just been throwing the same 20s on the floor, like, and that's what making us seem like it should have been more than this. So I'm like, okay, I just don't really know what's going on. But either way, me and my sister did not think he stole the money, and we did not think the girl stole the money. That's just how I don't know if that's wrong or right. That's just what I'm saying. Like, it's, to this day, I still don't think, it's like 3 days, 4 days later, I still don't think they stole the money. So we call him in the car. I'm like, wait, listen, yo, you know you missing like $800. Like, you missing all them 20s that was sitting on the couch. Like, that mean they gone. That means somebody took them. And he like, I'm just trying to figure out, because they ain't here. They say they only made $8. I'm like, yeah, it was only $80. Like, blah, blah, blah. So we just going like, I'm like, I just confused. Like, the money was on the couch. Like, who would have taken it? And he like, man, blah, blah, blah. So we hang up. Call back. Like, I call him back again. Like, I don't know. But I honestly ended up calling him 2 to 3 times that night. I think, okay, I might have called him twice. And then he called me the one time. Like, back that night. And then, but the end of that conversation was, it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Oh, so it was basically Sunday, though, because it was morning. So, boom. Ooh. I'm calling him now. I didn't mean to do that. Man, I call him like, oh yeah, here it go. Here it go, right here. I called him 2 times Sunday night when we left, and he called me 1 time. So I just wanted to clarify that. I called him twice, like, pressed, like, oh my gosh, you know somebody stole this money. But the 3rd time he called me back, he said, at the end of the conversation, he literally said, I ain't worried about that money no more. I ain't even worried about it. Forget it. It's like, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. So I was like, what we supposed to do? Me and my sister in the car going back, if he not worried about his money that got stolen, we can't worry about it. And we did make a little bit of money, but like, not really no money. But we still couldn't be pressed because, first of all, my sister wasn't even invited. Like, I'm the one who, like, kind of begged to tag her on, and he said okay. So she was happy to just make some money. And I was more so like, it's whatever. Like, I'm really, if you know me, I'm not the type of person to be pressed about money. Like, I'm not finna be trying to take the last. I'm not gonna be trying to take from nobody's mouth. I'm not the type of person. Like, I make money every day. I touch new money every day. Like, I don't need to do that. Like, so I'm just like, okay, if he don't care about his money missing, I don't care about it. But what's funny about that is that it still was flabbergasted to me. Like, y'all, in the car, I was trying to pretend I didn't care. But half the ride home, I literally talked like, so where did the money go? Me and my sister just talking like, this don't make sense. I'm like, Britt, wait, why did we walk out without realizing we was missing that much money? Because if we missing $800, that's a lot. That's a lot. 800 to 1,000. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. So I'm like realizing, whoa, why did we even walk out? Like, we should have stayed there and caused the scene, like a little bit, something. But, you know, it wasn't really worth it at the end of the day. So we left. It was cool. So we not worried about $1,000 or the $800, the stack of 20s, whatever it was. We weren't worried about that missing. We moved on. So the next day, I was actually hosting a party, another stripper party with J. Roddy Rod. And I was hosting that, whatever, in the 757. So right when I was getting ready to leave to go to that party, just to head there and set up, I realized, I'm like, oh, because, you know, I got to bring ones. My bad. I'm talking so much and I'm trying to tell the story before my camera died. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't forget nothing because so much stuff has happened. So just bear with me, y'all. So I need to bring ones to the party with J. Roddy Rod. So that bag of ones that I had brought to the party the night before, that was like the only ones I had at the moment. Like, from our last party. That actually came from our last party with J. Roddy Rod. And I had saved them. I put some of my bank account, but I saved the 300 just to have something to start with. So I'm getting ready to leave to go to the party to set up. And the first thing I do, I realize I don't have my money bag. I'm like, wait, where's my money bag? I go check my rental car because if y'all be watching my vlogs or whatever, or y'all keep up with me on Instagram, y'all know I had a rental for the last week and a half. So I went to check my rental car first, make sure my money bag was in there. Look through all my stuff. I'm like, nah, but it's a red Gucci bag. Like, I know I would have seen it. So I'm like, no, my money bag not here. So I called my sister and I asked her, I'm like, did I give you my bag last night or something like that? And she check whatever. She like, nah, I don't have your bag. I'm like, okay, word. So that just means I left it at the party the night before. I won't even tripping, y'all. That's the thing. Like, I won't tripping. At that point, I'm just like, okay, I left it. Like, I got to go back out there and retrieve my bag, retrieve my stuff. So I called the guy who had invited me to the party. I called him. I'm like, hey, like, I just want to let you know I left my bag there. And I'm gonna come. He like, oh, what you gonna do? You gonna come back out here and get it? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'll probably come back out there tomorrow after I get off of work. It's no thing. I just want to, you know, I just want my bag. You got money in there, blah, blah, blah. He like, oh, you good. Nobody been to the studio or anything like that anyway. So you good. You a lot. So I'm like, okay, cool. He called me back and say, oh, I just sent somebody to the studio and your bag not there. Huh? And guys, the thing about this is that I know I had my bag. I know I brought my bag because it was a stripper party. So I know I brought my ones. And I even asked my sister if she could put it in her bag before we got out of the car. And she said no. So, like, I was carrying my bag. I had my bag. And I had stuffed it under the couch that was in the living room section. Like, stuffed it under there. I had my other stuff under there. Like, my other bag that had my clothes in it. She had her stuff over there. So I'm like, the bag was with all of our stuff. Like, now it's not there. So I'm confused. But he had mentioned previously when we was talking about the other 20s missing, how he got cameras in his studio. So I'm like, so I had texted him. Because I'm like, I'm just not understanding how the bag is not there now. And he called me like, are you trying to accuse me of taking your bag? Are you trying to accuse me of stealing from you? And he just started going off of me like that. And I'm like, that's not what I was saying at all. Like, I'm still not saying that. I'm very like genuine. I'm very honest. Like, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna switch the story. I'm not gonna say I think you stole it if I don't think you stole it, just to accuse somebody. I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that type of person. So I didn't think he stole it anyway. He got his own money. Like, why would he steal my bag full of dollars? Like, come on now. So I wasn't saying that at all. So he just started going off of me. You accused me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, that's not what I'm doing. Relax. Like, I pay you every time. That's what you want to keep saying. Yeah, you pay me every time. Like, you do. That's what you're supposed to do. You right. I never said, like, his business never been bad. Like, you just doing what you, like, we know, like, so I'm not trying to say he stole it. So I'm like, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, first the money last night went missing, and now I'm coming to retrieve my bag. I need to retrieve my bag, and now the bag not nowhere to be found. That's not making sense to me. Now I'm saying somebody's really stealing. Like, yesterday, somebody go missing. It could have been a confusion. But now I'm saying I brought my whole bag and nobody knows where it's at. You saying you sent somebody to the studio and it's nowhere to be found. How does that make sense? Y'all got like do y'all feel me? Like, one thing, okay, now two. Like, now I'm like, okay, something is not adding up. So he like, yeah, I sent somebody there, like, don't be accusing me, blah blah. So I'm like, I'm not accusing you, blah blah. And at that time I'm at my party. I'm at my event, like, and it's before it gets started. So I'm just like trying to get off the phone. I'm not trying to fuss. It's kind of blowing me right before I'm about to have something else to do. I'm over it. So I'm like, you know what? I don't care about the money back. I don't care about the money that's in there. I can get more money. It's really the principle. I'm just trying to let you know that somebody was stealing. Last night I called you to let you know somebody was stealing from you. That was your hard-earned money, like, that you brought to pay us with. That means somebody stole it. I'm just like, I just want you to get through your head and accept the fact that somebody was stealing at the party. That's, at that point, that's where I was at, because I knew we weren't gonna get the money back that somebody took the night before, and I had a feeling I'm not gonna get my money back in. Like, once he said he didn't see it, I'm like, okay, that means somebody stole it. That's cool. I can get $300 back. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. I'm just saying, stop trying to make it seem like this is coming from nowhere, like you're confused. Because then he get off the phone and text me. I'm gonna read exactly what he said. He definitely said, he said, what type of time you on? I'm gonna put the messages up here too. I'm gonna put the message on the screen. This what he said on Sunday at my event is 9:53 exactly, like, okay, 10:04 exactly. And he said this, he said, what type of time you on? Don't make up anything every time I pay you. And I'm like, okay, you keep saying every time you pay me. That's besides the point at this time. Like, that's besides the point. And don't act like I'm making nothing up. He said, don't make up anything. What do you mean make up anything? And that's exactly when I got off the phone with him talking about my bag. I'm like, I didn't make up anything. So that doesn't really make sense. Like, so I definitely said, I never said you didn't pay me. I'm literally saying somebody is stealing from you, me, and all of us that was at the party. So I'm really just trying to get him to recognize, like, dude, open your eyes. Like, even though those was your friends or your cousins or whatever you say they were, fake cousins, whatever you got going on, one of them took the money, like, point blank period. So basically I had got off the phone with him. After that, he sent me that text message. I'm like, first the stack of 20s go missing, now my bag. I'm just confused. So I just drop it. That night I just drop it. I'm like, whatever, I'm not gonna keep talking to him. I got my own event to tend to. Now I gotta find out how to get ones because we ain't have none. So that just put me in a little rut there. So I'm over it. So the next day, I'm like, okay, let's see what he said, because he said he got cameras. I'm like, let me hit him up about the cameras, because if you can just run the cameras back, then all of this will be squashed, because we can just see, cameras don't lie. It's just gonna show who picked up the bag, who picked up the 20s. It's gonna show you all of that we confused about right now. So on Monday around 5 o'clock, I sent him a message. I'm gonna put it on the screen, and I said, well, can you run the cameras back since you have cameras? And he replied, he said, there's no bag there. Trying to just cut me off, like, I'm not running back nothing. Like, there was no bag there. That's what I'm telling you. So I said, right, so run the camera back and show me who picked it up, because it wasn't me, and I know it was there. And you saying nobody's stealing, but clearly somebody is. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's run the cameras back. So he called me again after I'm saying run the cameras back. He called me a little bit later, like probably like 45 minutes later. He called me and he was like, well, the cameras don't work. The cameras, that was the one night the cameras weren't on, so I can't even run the cameras back to see. I'm like, wow, you can't even run the one night that all of this happened, all this money went missing, now your cameras was off. So he just fussing. We basically got into like a scream match on the phone about how he think that we probably stole it, like, your sister probably stole it. She came, I ain't know her, she probably stole it. Who knows how you gonna blame my guys? And I feel him. He's saying why I'm blaming them when he could blame her. But still, y'all, like, it's what makes sense. Like, we in a room full of people. You the only person throwing money. We here to make the money and dance. So we not gonna pick up the money like that we're already making. What sense does that make? We ain't picking up the money that we already making. So you're the only one throwing money, and there's three other guys in there that's just sitting around not throwing no money. Like, what do you mean? All I'm saying, and I'm not blaming them, I'm not putting nobody out of one of the guys, nothing like that. All I'm saying is they won't throw no money, so they might have needed some money. That makes sense to me. Like, does that not make sense? So we just fussing. Honestly, that whole conversation was a waste of time and a waste of breath, because we just going back and forth. He's saying now the girls think we stole it too. I don't know if that's true or if he put those words in their mouth or what, but I can tell y'all he was twisting everything around, because he was like, y'all all saying the same thing and I don't know what y'all want me to do. And I said, we all saying the same thing. I said, what we saying? What tell me what we saying. And I know this is when I knew he was capping. Like, he just flip-flop and twisting stuff around, because he gonna say, oh, well, they think y'all stole the money and y'all think they stole the money, so I don't know who to believe. Pause. From the beginning, y'all, from the beginning, I said, me or my sister, we don't think they stole the money. We don't think the girl stole the money, and we don't think the guy who invited us to the party stole the money. I'm saying it was 4 other guys in there, and they could have stole the money. That's really what it is, like, because I don't think he stole the money. Why would he steal the money that he throwing? That sound dumb. And why would they steal the money? I don't know. I feel like they was all genuinely confused at the end. I'm going to keep saying that. Everybody was confused, and that other girl said she think they're recycling 20s anyway. So I would have never thought it was dumb. So I'm like, how you on the phone telling me that they saying that, and you telling me that I'm thinking that, and I never told you I think that. So I'm like, oh, he going back and forth, y'all. He doing some high school stuff. I said, oh, he doing a little flip-flop, go back and tell them this, tell them that. I'm like, the money gone regardless. So I don't really know what we're fussing about at this point. But he was basically mad that I was trying to blame. See, look, he just was lying, because he knew I was blaming his guys. But then he kept trying to say we was trying to blame the girls, but we weren't. Like, it was just so confusing. It was a big mess. And I'm just not understanding why we still fussing when the money's gone. Like, you can't run the cameras back. You got nothing. You got there's nothing. You got nothing. Like, and I feel like he just in between, just going back and forth, saying one thing to them, saying one thing to me. Cause even this morning, I had posted on my Instagram about how I'm gonna be making a story time video. I'm gonna be posting it today or tomorrow. So I'm actually insert the clip of the messages he sent me. He actually messaged me from his, I guess his side account, his private account, something like that. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so he messaged me from his like backup account or whatever, and he just started going off about how I'm trying to like get clout for making a video, and how I'm the only one still talking about it to this day, when you and your sister stole the money. That's what it said. He said, when you and your sister stole the money, I don't know how you steady trying to turn this around my family. Yo, but if we stole the money, listen to this. I just want to ask you, like, listen to this. If we stole the money, why would we tell him to run the cameras back and check who stole the money? Why would we call you twice in the car when we was leaving that night? Because he kept trying to say we weren't really pressed about only making $80, so we must have stole it. He was trying to say, yeah, okay, so y'all must have made more than that by stealing the money. But I'm like, that don't even make sense. Like, we called you twice. We told you to check the cameras. And I'm making a video about it. If I stole that money, I would not make a video about it. That don't make no sense. I said, just like, are you dumb or are you stupid? Like, because at this point, I'm starting to think you're both. Because the story's not adding up. Make it make sense. Check the cameras back to watch us steal it. Blowing up your phone, but we ain't care. Like, none of that makes sense. And at the end of the day, he really showed his true colors on like the cap and the lying and stuff. His business always been cool before, but all that lying and going back and forth, and then he literally texted me that this morning and said he think that, or me and my sister stole the money, but then an hour later, I'm gonna put the message right up here, he told her that he don't think she stole the money. Like, you going back and forth, you trying to put everybody against each other. It's weird. And he said, I lost his business. No, you lost my business. He said, I'm clout chasing off of him. No, you're clout chasing off of me. I can't clout chase from somebody who don't got no clout. That don't make sense. You got money, but you don't have clout. Like, let's be honest here. I'm not gonna get clout from nobody no, like, you're not giving me no type of clout. If anything, I could have said your name in this video and gave you some clout if you wanted some clout, but that would have messed up people's businesses and stuff like that. I'm not trying to ruin nobody's life. I ain't trying to do that because I got the clout to do that and put your stuff out there. So don't say I'm trying to get clout from you, because I know you're gonna watch this video. Don't matter. If all y'all watch this video, I don't care. I spoke my piece. It is what it is. At the end of the day, me and my sister did not take that money. Somebody at the party stole the money from the couch, and somebody at the party stole my money bag, and that's just on period. We gonna make more money, and we gonna, you know, keep life going, stay positive. This is the last thing I wanted to say about this. I wanted to make this video, and that's it. If anybody from there want to talk to me, don't, because I ain't talking about it no more. I ain't talking about it no more. If you was at a party, don't hit me up talking about the party. Don't talk about the money. Don't talk about my bag, unless you got it for me. Unless you got it. Unless you found it and it magically appeared and y'all found it and nobody stole it. Don't talk to me. Not doing business with nobody. But yeah, guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay positive, stay up, stay happy. Don't never let nobody tell you something that's not true about yourself. And yeah, see y'all next time.